Hello and welcome back. Doing this one pretty late in the evening. I just wanted to get another one in before I go away for a few days. So this will be the last one. Probably I'll be gone for the whole weekend. So I've been trying to do these about once a day, and I've done pretty well with that. But that is going to break soon. But I got a doozy for you when I come back. We're almost at some good stuff. So anyway, here's Marl from Chrono Trigger, another one knocked off. We're wandering around South Gallia, and this is a little scientific lab. And there's Robo in the back, who's got out too. Now this is the results of the money that I gave to actually Luca from Chrono Trigger. Actually, it might be the same name as somebody watching this. Go figure. But anyway, so the money we gave to her in Port Ariana is going to pay off now, and we're going to get a prototype of the first gun in Celeste. And as anybody who played Master of the Wind is aware, it was Finley's weapon of choice. His family eventually owned the technology, so we're going to equip that right now. Oh man, look at that! That thing is powerful as hell. Might as well use these buffs too. But so, there's about 35 years between Clean Slate and Master of the Wind, so that's enough time for this gun technology to advance further. But it all started here, so that's kind of cool. And South Gallia is large, but it doesn't have all that many buildings, or at least not that many buildings that you can enter. I mean, there's a reconnaissance building, but you can't go in there yet. We will eventually. But go to the pub here. Now this, I don't know how long, if I really want to talk to everybody here, because they're all based on people I know. This is the ultimate in-joke bar, and I think it would take too long to go through them all and try to explain every gag here. But suffice it to say that my friends in college found it very amusing. All right, so we'll keep going here, and there's a lot of people just wandering around. Oh, brother. I made the same, joke 3 or 4 times. That whole, if you don't like what we're doing, get out thing must have really been pissing me off back then, because it just keeps coming up over and over and over. That's pretty much, I don't know how mature this is, but it seems like anytime, there's Princess Leia, but it seems like anytime, it's gotten worse lately. Somebody pisses me off in real life, they become an NPC. It's like the ultimate way to get the last word, because they're not going to be able to respond ever. You just mock them in your game, and what are they going to do? Make their own game just to respond? I don't think so. So now we're going to meet another Lord and General, and her age is more typical of the people who are given this rank. Like I was saying last time, Lysander was young to receive it. So we're talking to her. She seems like this nice old lady, but she was once a real general and kicked some ass back in the day. And it's kind of risky, really. I mean, he's not listening to Felicia's advice. She told him to try and avoid people that he knew. But we're just sauntering around chatting with everybody that we can find, and that's probably not very smart. But, what good is a town this size if you can't explore? So that's what we'll do. And so now he's telling the story about how he became Lord General so quickly. The previous person in that position died suddenly, and they were having a very hard time finding a replacement, and Lysander was the sort of rising star in... Oh my god. There we go again. That's kind of similar. That could go on for a long time about what that's about. I just think people overstate the power of, criticism. But anyway, so this is talking with Irva, and she's psychic, so she obviously knows what's up immediately. And Turn is, who is this lunatic? And this is at a point in Irva's life where she does not believe in using her psychic abilities to interfere with any of, the day-to-day things that happen. She has a highly ethical position about it, where she's just supposed to stay out of it. She's not supposed to use her clairvoyance to try and influence the future. So, but as you know from Master of the Wind, things happened that in her old age that really challenged that point of view. But for now, she is She's fully committed to it. And let's see. So we could walk up on the top of the city walls. We went through that door, but won't bother with that. We'll have a chance to do that later. We're in Gallia for a long time, so it's not like I have to see everything now, or I'm not going to be able to see it again. So here's, two of our Turnus' enemies hanging out at the gates, so we can't go through there, or they're going to see him. So we need to find another way to get to the rebel base. But yeah, this, like I was saying, this Gallia arc is the entire, last, I don't know, maybe like a quarter. It's not quite a third. Maybe like the last quarter of the game we're in Gallia doing things, and it gets, very tight continuity, a lot of ups and downs, and it's definitely my favorite part. So now we've accidentally bumped into Lysander's wife by just wandering into this random building, so that kind of spooked some players, I remember. And he's trying to bluff a little bit, and but she sees through it pretty quick because she's already been told about Arius. So she runs out. Gallar says that was not good. And Turnus is, of course, surprised that Linnea's hot. He's like, "That's your wife, dude? Damn!" But that's Turnus for you. He's always thinking with another body part that isn't his head. And so they're already kind of digging themselves a deep hole just by wandering around the city like this. So what else can we check out? The guy in his weird armor. This chick throwing flowers every which way. And we're getting here. Apartment, so there's not going to be anything worth looking at in there. Alright, so that's here. That's random. I used to come up with NPCs a lot easier back then than I do now. Now I feel like every NPC I make has to have 5 or 6 different things to say, and it's a lot of pressure. Alright, so now we're going to change the scenery here. We're in the city council building in central Gallia. Lysander having his first meeting with the council upon his return. And as you can see, there's a lot of parallels. It's reminiscent of the scene early in the game when Arius met with the Council of Guardia. And same music, same kind of layout of the room, everything. And that's intentional. There's a lot of symmetry between this last section of the game and that first section of the game. Parallel issues that come up, parallel events. I'm a sucker for stuff like that. So it's, and that will become more significant, and we'll talk about that more as it happens. For now, Arius is outlining the story once again. We between Arius and Lysander, we get to see this story told pretty often, and it might be a little tedious, but it's one of those things where he is going to explain it to them. They haven't heard it, so in the interest of having realistic dialogue, we gotta just keep putting it in there. And Lysander's being pretty concise, though. He's only hitting on the essential points. And what's going to happen in this scene after he's done, and it's interesting because now we're in Gallia and it's full of enemies, basically. Last night he's very he doesn't sugarcoat. He's like, yeah, that's what happened, but we messed up. Everyone died except me and Ariel. Oh, jeez, boy, Ariel's scary. Can you imagine that? Being told you're going to be strangled with your entrails just for pretty harmless rebuke. So now they're about to assign Lysander the task of putting down the rebellion, which he will relish, because he in his mind, how can anybody disagree with Gallia? It's the best thing ever. But now they're asking him to keep the story about what happened in Guardia quiet, and he doesn't. He's not a liar. He doesn't like that. And this is a really interesting kind of turn with his character, because he is, Lysander's the devil you know, and the council is the devil that you don't know. And now Lysander's going to give them kind of a stern talking to. He's speaking truth to power right now. And in this instance, he becomes fairly likable, because he, just is kind of. He's not a cynic, he's not a opportunist. He's just kind of a genuine soldier, and believes in his city, believes in his cause. And so it's interesting that the player, with scenes like this, is being put on Lysander's side. But of course, we don't really want Lysander to win, because that means that Arius isn't going to win. We want Gallia to go down. But Lysander is never going to let that happen, even if we like him sometimes, like right now. And there's going to be a few more scenes like this, where it starts to paint Lysander as kind of like the only decent man, within the Gallia, the Gallia hierarchy. I mean, I don't know, maybe you can't use that word for anybody who goes around killing people, but it's complicated stuff. I mean, people are complicated, and that's the idea. And it's not an accident that other counselor mentioned Felicia, by the way, mentioned that. And so now that they're concerned about him, he just chewed them out and stomped out. Oh, man. I think that might be the best line in the entire game. He says that dead serious. We can't have him in a high position if he insists on telling the truth. Oh my god, I love that. I'm just like beaming with pride right now at that line. It's so, God, that's what it's come down to. Oh man. All right. So anyway, enough self-satisfaction. We're wandering around the sewers right now, and we're looking for the rebel base. And they read this cryptic note that said that you have to deal with these two thrones. And man, the encounter rate is off the fucking scale once again. Oh my god, that's so obnoxious. I'm glad I'm seeing this, because I'm working on another game, and I just don't even want anything like that. I think I might do touch encounters in Legacy. Actually, that'll be tough to pull off, but be a first for me. But I think it's worth a shot. So we're trying to piece together how to find a way out of here. And actually, I don't remember this all that well, so that's going to make it a little harder. Motherfucker. Thank God I'm high level and I can run away from all these idiots. I mean, can you imagine, like, just walking through some sewers and then you've got, like, monkeys and turtles and spiders, and they're just, like, hordes of them running all over the place? It's kind of ridiculous if you think about it. Oh, holy fucking shit. Alright, I gotta calm down. So I think the two thrones are pretty much down here, if I can ever get there without... Alright, so basically, supposedly one throne is the right throne to sit in, and the other one is the wrong throne. But as Nova correctly points out, if it's a 50-50 shot, you figure somebody would have chosen the right one at some point. So how can nobody have guessed correctly? Something else is up. And I think there's supposed to be something on that tile, but maybe I haven't activated it yet. I'm too busy getting in fucking fights. Alright, you know what? I should wrap this up for now, and then I'll look at the map in the interim and figure out what I'm supposed to do. And we'll finish this next time. Peace.